What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. So I never addressed this tweet when it was first sent out to the world, but I'm going to do it today because it's still on my mind. So on March 5th, one of my favorite music producers, period, Jermaine Dupri, right? Y'all know Jermaine Dupri is iconic, legendary for his songwriting ability and his music producing in general. He's brought us Crisscross. He's responsible for Escape. He's brought us The Brat, Jagged Edge, Anthony Hamilton, Bow Wow. Who else I'm missing? Oh, Usher with the Confession. The whole Confessions album. Him and Brian Michael Cox. Their pen is immaculate. Jermaine Dupri is responsible for Mariah Carey coming back to the black community strong, like with that. She gave us like a R&B type sound for real. Not pop, but R&B sound with that Emancipation of Mimi album, which Brian Michael Cox, Jermaine Dupri wrote a lot of tracks on that album, right? So with that being said, Jermaine Dupri is one of my favorite people. But he put out a tweet that was very problematic to me. And here is the tweet. Jermaine Dupri says, "I'm a little lost. Can somebody tell me what the goal of being an independent artist is today? Because all of the things that people are chasing is shit major artists do. What's the thing that indie artists do that make it special?" Right? So I'm like, wait a minute. Jermaine Dupri, like, why? What's the purpose of being indie? Like, what's the purpose of it for real? And I'm like, what do you mean by this, brother? Like, I'm kind of lost. When I first read this tweet, I had several thoughts run through my mind. My first thought was, this can't be a tweet coming from a man that has been in the music industry for 35 years. It can't be coming from that man. Not at all, man. But then I had to sit and think, and I'm like, well, because I'm thinking JD understands why people will want to be independent. You know, with all of these stories about the music industry over the years and how people were ripped off and done shady. But then I'm like, well, JD is the son of a man that was a label exec for Columbia Records. So I'm not really surprised at him being in favor of record labels. And he has his own record label, So Def, that is responsible for a lot of talent that I just named. You know what I'm saying? But then I had another thought. I'm like, well, maybe JD is trying to get people to sign to his record label. So he's trying to shun people from going independent. Like, yo, I need people on So Def. Y'all come over here with me. You know what I'm saying? And come sign with me and I can make something happen with y'all. I could, teamwork, make the dream work, so on and so forth. But no, man. After all those things, I'm like, come on, Jermaine Dupri. Come on, JD. JD know better than any one of us he knows that signing a major record deal is basically entering into a super predatory business loan for real. Like, signing a major record deal is most of the time entering into a super predatory business loan with possible connections attached to it. That's the perk. You got connections attached to it. But it's a super predatory business loan. You know what I mean? And I'm not downing anybody that is signing with a record label or nothing. You know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do. Do what's best for you. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it at all, but there are a lot of stipulations that come with signing to certain record deals. Because every record label is not fair to the artist. Every record label is not, they're not going to create, all of them don't create situations that are appealing to an artist, or they don't all have contracts that, that are artist friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if Jermaine Dupri himself wasn't engaging in predatory practices, I know he is aware that the industry itself is designed to be predatory. So when he says, why would people want to be independent? I'm like, huh? You feel me? Like, what? He has to understand. I'm sure he does. He got to understand, though, what is at risk for an artist by signing to a major record label. Like, he can't be that out of touch. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I feel like he's saying that he thinks people are going independent for an aesthetic. Like just to say, just because it's something cool to do, it's cool to say you're independent. Because I've heard people say that over the years. People be saying they independent just because it's the cool thing to say now. It's the cool thing to say I'm independent, I'm independent, I'm independent, I'm independent. But like, no. Come on, man. It's a lot of artists who are talented out here who don't want record labels controlling their art, controlling their creativity while ripping their pockets off. We've seen what happened to TLC and countless other groups. Y'all have heard about all these different 360 deals that artists sign into and how there are loopholes in certain contracts where the artist is just getting railroaded. Like, is it railroaded? What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, the artist is just getting just obliterated in a contract and being left with next to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, what is JD getting at with this? You know what I mean? Because in my mind, I'm thinking, how far are we into capitalism where we can't fathom someone wanting to own their own art and the rights to their name and likeness? You know what I'm saying? Like, how far are we into capitalism where we can't understand that? Like, why wouldn't an artist want to own their own masters? Why wouldn't they want to be independent? We've heard stories about artists having to go buy their masters, get their masters, and they going through hell trying to get their masters. You know what I mean? And how it could be a tedious, drawn out, and a heartbreaking and head-wringing process just to get your own masters. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then when I was saying people having like control of they don't want someone having to being able to own their art or their name and likeness, because in some instances artists give those things up in record deals, their image, their likeness, their name, and their art, and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? So when he's saying, why would you want to be independent, it's almost sounding like, why would you want to be free? Why would you want to be free? Like, what do you mean? Why wouldn't I want to be free, brother? You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't I want to be free? And what I noticed with this is, because Jermaine Dupri is not the only one that feels like this. There's other people, record executives, so on and so forth, and all of that. And I'm not saying JD is a bad person with this at all. I'm just questioning, why would he present that as a question? Again, JD is one of my favorite people. But I'm like, bro, what? You feel me? And to me, when I hear this, I'm like, some people don't understand the value of art outside of capitalistic means. Some people don't understand the value of art outside of capitalistic means. Again, because this question is like asking a slave, why would you want to be free? You know, when you can live in Master's house. You can live in Master's house. You don't got to pay no rent. He paid the rent for you. You know, he keep the heat on up in here for you. Why would you want to leave Master's house? Why would you want to be free? Like, it sounds like it comes all across like that to me. You know what I mean? Whether he was saying that or not. But I'm like, JD, come on, dog. You know better. You know these record industries, these record labels are shysty. They be doing people dirty. They be getting over on a lot of artists, and a lot of artists be left with egg on their face and with their pockets burnt out. They got all these hit records, and they can't make no money from them. You feel me? You got people re-recording songs and all of that, try to get money for the songs and all of that, man, because they getting done dirty. So, and again, the record industry, the music industry is designed to be extremely predatory. So JD got to understand that even if he wasn't doing it to his artists, because I don't think JD was doing that to his artists. You know, a lot of his artists or former artists are doing extremely well from what I can see. They still doing well for themselves. They still touring, still making good money off of their name and off of these records, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Like I said, JD then had Anthony Hamilton, the Brat, Bow Wow. He then had Escape, Criss Cross, the Young Bloods, Jagged Edge. Well, I know Candy Burris is going through a certain little situation right now, but that's something her and her husband have gotten into. You know what I mean? Yeah, he helped bring Mariah Carey back to bring her to like an R&B sound and put her back in with the black community, heavy with that Emancipation of Mimi album. That album was fire. What they had, Shake It Off on there. We Belong Together. It's Like That on there. I'm missing some songs on there. I'm really missing some records on that dang album. But anyway, that's all I can remember off the top of my head. Yeah, he didn't have Bow Wow, all of that. So yeah, man. But I'm just like, JD, come on now. You got to know better with this, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to know better better. You got to know better than to just put out a tweet like this. And then I'm like, when he asks, why would people want to be independent? I had another thought. I just remembered. JD know what's up for real. Like, he did a project with Currency. Now, I'm a big fan of Currency, for real. Currency, and he did that project about a year ago. Year and a half ago, something like that, a year and a half ago. He did a project with Currency. Currency is one of the most successful independent rappers in hip-hop today. So ask Currency, what's the value in being independent? You know what I'm saying? What's the, like, I believe Currency independent. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I think he's independent. Like, ask Currency what's the value in being independent, and he will surely tell you, JD. He will surely tell you. Matter of fact, under the tweet, I think Crooked Eye was talking, he was like, freedom. Freedom, man, creative freedom. Artist record label ain't telling you what type of music to make. Oh, you need a club banger. You need a pop sound in your song. You need an R&B record. You need just all aggressive records. Artists have the freedom to do what they want to do. Nobody is owning their masters. Nobody controlling their name and their likeness. Nobody is profiting, is really stealing their money from songs and record sales and streams and so on and so forth. It's value in being an independent artist, man. It really is. And JD got it. And I feel like when he says things like this, he's really out of touch. He's really out of touch, because I'm like, yo, whatever do you mean, Jermaine? Jermaine, whatever do you mean, JD? Because it don't make no sense when he came with that statement, man. But what do y'all think about this topic? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm out, y'all. Peace.